let's talk about some things that are spooking us. Could be, ooh, man, this guy's tearing the league up. This is getting scary. Or I don't like this and I would like for it to stop right now. But let's get into the What's Spooking You segment. Steve, let's start with you. What's top of mind for you?
This Steph and Curry run. Guy's spooking me with what he's doing on the basketball court every single night. Have you seen how many animations he's hit after every shot this season? It's not new.
He's ramped up the penalty this year. I think that's fair to point out.
Hey, he's going crazy. He's averaging 27, 50% from the field, 42 from three on 10 attempts, Nekias. You want to talk about volume, it's up.
Normal.
And he hasn't missed a free throw, if I remember correctly. And so this guy's now, he has the third most 40-point game scored by a player 35 years or older with 11. He's behind LeBron at 15 and Michael Jordan with 12. This guy is scary.
I think that is fair. You know what my favorite part about this, if we talk about the Steph Curry numbers? 30 minutes per game, Steve. That's it. That's it. And so, like, the general Steph Curry question, at least for me over the past few years, is obviously I know how good this dude is and the effect that he has on opposing defenses, etc. It's more, as he is over 30, smaller guard. Teams want to put him in action. They put him in action more last year than they have in previous years. What is the regular season maintenance going to be like? Is the Steph Curry that we have in October, November going to be, you know, from a physical standpoint, going to be the same guy that we get in February, March, etc.? Because you want to make sure he is at peak form, not necessarily condition, because we know he's one of the best conditioned athletes ever. But is he going to be good with all the bumps, etc., etc.? If you get this demon version of Stephen Curry on and off the ball, and you can also keep the minutes down because you're just winning all these games, that sets you up for, we get to April, Steph Curry is more fresh. It doesn't matter where the Warriors are in the standings at that point. You're dealing with fresh Steph Curry in a playoff setting. You're not going to have a good time. So, like, I have enjoyed the petty. I have enjoyed the shot making. The fourth quarter stuff has just been nonsensical from him. You think a possession over, here's Steph from 35 feet. And he's fusing the emote. It's just been a lot of fun. So I like the Steph Curry shout, Steve. First on my list, the Karl-Anthony Towns usage is spooking me a little bit.
Oh my.
So third on the team in touches per game. That was the same last year, but the actual number is down. He was around 60 last year. He's at 56 so far this year. Elbow area touches 10.5 last year per game. That's about 13th in the league, not too far outside the top 10. He's at 7.5 so far this year. And so while I don't think we're going to see like Jokic level usage at the elbow or anything like that, especially when you're trying to empower Mikal Bridges, empower OG Anunoby, you obviously have the Jalen Brunson of it all. There is, I think, a ceiling on the volume if you're trying to get all these things going at the same time. But it does feel a little lower than I anticipated. And again, it's early, but it's been lower than I anticipated. And more than that, though, Cat just doesn't seem very happy at the moment. Like, that could just be, and I would assume it is just, I am a very high level athlete and this has changed and I'm not performing at the level that I am used to. So I'm annoyed that I'm not performing and with this change. So like, I don't think it is Cat's going to demand a trade or he doesn't like Mike Brown or any of that stuff. But that's where it becomes a thing I'm paying closer attention to, because it's like weird and also he doesn't seem pleased. And so I'm just like more closely monitoring that. Like we touched on the last episode, that was more so Brunson than Cat for me, just kind of tracking what his usage looks like. But like digging into the Cat of it all and like looking at the second half of that Bucks game, I'm just like, ooh, this is, Cat just seems really frustrated and out of it. That's a balance that you also have to find while you're trying to reconfigure this offense.
I think for me, when I'm thinking about the Cat of it all, I wonder how much it's because of Mike Brown looking for them to play, empowering the guards and wings. We haven't put in all of our stuff, and that kind of puts Cat in a tough spot. So I think we've seen him in some movement. We've seen him at the elbow at times, not really force feed him too many post-ups. So now it's kind of trying to figure out the Cat of it all, because we're not spamming pick and roll either. So I think it's just, okay, how do we mix this in now? You know, you ever made like cookies? You got to mix the chocolate chips in at the right time. If you don't, well, I learned I messed that up. But, you know, you just eat the cookie dough. Anyway, I think this will progress as things go on.
Yeah. Understood. Now I'm in the similar boat. Like I think they are going to figure it out. Like I like the seeds and the process of what they're doing ultimately, but just keeping an eye on the reactions to all of this.
Well, I'll also throw up one thing here as well, right? So he's 10 of 24 in the restricted area. He's taken 2 mid-range shots and 21 threes, 20 of them are above the break. So I think it's kind of finding a balance with the type of shots as well. So we'll see how it goes.
That's fair. I pass the rock back to you, Steve. What's spooking you?
This guy's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So he's very good. I think most people know and accept that. And if they don't, they're just talking about free throws. That's fine. So he leads the NBA in drives per game, right?
Where have we heard this before?
22 a night per the tracking data, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting 80.8% in the restricted area to start the season.
Seems good.
He's shooting 65% in the paint. That's not the restricted area.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's also shooting 51% from 2 on pull-ups. What do you do with that exactly? Quick guard, shifty footwork, get in the paint, finish in the paint, plus a foul, get you off balance, pull up. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, it's been a nasty start for Shai and the Oklahoma City Thunder, who remain undefeated after a nail biter against the Sacramento Kings most recently. Steve, you know how many free throws Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has taken in his last 3 games?
How many?
8.
You've been waiting to get that off. You've been waiting to get that off. You've been waiting. Oh my!
I just, it's almost like the dude's an elite scorer. What a novel concept it is for a guy that can get defenders off balance to use that against his defender. It's just treated like a crime against humanity for some reason. And so when he doesn't do that over the last 3 games, it is just 63% on 2s. Can still drop the 30 balls, and the Thunder still win. It's almost like he's good. But to your overall point, over 18 2s per game for Shai, that would be a career high, converting over 60% of those, which is absurd. And he's coming off of an MVP season. So I am with you. That brother has been good, remains good. I would like to see a little bit more respect put on his name. Don't want to press that button too much because he did just win MVP. That requires a level of respect because duh. But he's a bucket. Respect the darn buckets. Sorry, let me calm down. That felt like a lot. My bad. Next thing I want to
what's spooking me is what just happened. What you got?
You know what? That's fair. I have a way to naturally calm myself down. I'll go to the somber note. You know what's spooking me? The New Orleans Pelicans. This isn't how I wanted to introduce Pelicans thoughts on this season of the podcast. It just seems miserable for everyone involved right now.
Jeez.
And I don't love that. Steve, we saw the Celtics game. Hey, man. Nobody seems happy. The defense doesn't seem connected. The offense, which quickly sprinkling, like the Zion has missed a little bit of time to start the year, but like he played in their most recent outing. If Zion's not drawing 2, things get tough in the half court. And even when he does, the paint is crowded anyway, because the only shooter they trust, it feels like, is Trey Murphy III, at least among the starters. And Trey isn't shooting well yet. Kind of made me sad that like the momentum that we saw in preseason play and stuff hasn't carried over, at least not yet. But you're not getting much juice in the offense. The defense has just been a mess. And as you talk about over-helping, transition defense across the league is just kind of weird early on in the season. Like, some of the possessions are just incredibly loud, where it's just like, oh, y'all aren't even trying to match up with folks. You are just conceding we lost the possession, and that is it. Fan base apathy. We're already getting coaching rumblings. Like, come on. Not this. Not like this. Actually, can I sprinkle in a free throw that I had saved for later right now where I'm on the Pelicans?
Sure.
More fed up with their current environment. Herb Jones or Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett.
Okay. You had to think about it. That's all I needed. But I would like to see better for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? we talk about what it can't be in there. It can't be non-aggressive Zion because he came back against Denver and I think he shot single-digit attempts as they scored 88 points. And it's like, okay, we're building the boat around aggression. Jeremiah Fears been pretty
All
fun,
of the aggression. Yeah.
but hey, you know, if you're gonna get an inverted pick and roll, if you're Zion Williamson, and you're gonna have a guard screen for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try and put pressure because we don't want that guard to defend Zion Williamson. You can't take one dribble and now Jamal Murray can recover to his man, and now the rest of the Denver Nuggets are staring at you. It can't be that. You got to create advantages. You got to move the ball. You got to attack. You got to try and get downhill.
Yeah.
So if we're clearing a side to try and put Nikola Jokic in action, right? Are you hitting him first, or are you letting him off the release? And so that, you know, I thought you were just going to go pure DeAndre Jordan here, but that's fine. That leads into what's spooking me, and I'll try and be very quick about this.
Okay.
What's spooking me is how people talk about coaches in general for the most part, but especially early in the season. Because what do you mean? The season just started. I let these coaches attempt things. And if you're going to criticize coaches, I need you to give me your game plan. Don't just tell me which player off the bench you want to see more minutes from. I want you to tell me what you're going to do. What's your substitution pattern? What are you going to do when there's foul trouble? You don't understand the amount of decisions you have to make as a coach and a coaching staff on the fly. You don't get it because you don't have to do it. And so you sit here and you say a coach is bad early, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just lay the foundation. This coach is bad. Get him out of here. Okay. And then the team does well and you give the credit to the players, especially if a player that you want to see in the rotation is playing well. Mm-hmm. Man, they hooped. What about the coach? Nah, okay. Okay. And then if they don't do well, see, I've been telling y'all, do you feel good about this? You don't even know what the coach decided to do. You don't even understand it. And then, heaven forbid, there's a team that you didn't think was going to be very good, which for a lot of y'all is a lot of them, and that team does well. You know who you give the credit to? The coach. It doesn't make any sense. Someone out here listening right now is going to say Eric Spoelstra Coach of the Year after they yelled at Spo last year just because they don't know why Miami's offense is good. They don't get it.
I appreciate that rant. And because I know you held back on that rant. And I still thought that was very good.
Sure did.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, you should flex more that you've actually been in these rooms. So people know that this isn't good. You were right anyway. It felt like you actually know what this looks like in a literal sense. You have been there. You've been part of planning. Like, if you don't flex it, I will for you. Darn it. Listen to Steve. He might know a thing or two about coaching.
You never sat in a coach's meeting talking and drinking coffee and trying to figure out if we should double LeBron James for 30 consecutive minutes? It's stressful.
The answer just ends up being shrug because LeBron's going to do what he wants to do anyway. Okay. Last big thing for me, Steve. What's spooking me is the Brooklyn Nets defense. And to give some background on this, I was on the Kevin O'Connor podcast and we were previewing the Atlantic Division. We got to the Brooklyn Nets and I talked about how excited I was to watch this group. Big fan of Jordy Fernandez, love what he's trying to establish on both ends of the floor, fan of the young athletes that they have in the perimeter room, some of the full court pressure stuff that they did last year. I was anticipating a healthier Nick Claxton. And I was like, you know what? With the Jordy of it all, with the athletes that they have, with the pressure that they want to provide, it gives me seeds of the 2020-21 Oklahoma City Thunder, where pre-All-Star break for them, they were 10th in defensive rating on the year. They ended up finishing 24th because, you know, injuries, yada, yada, we ain't ready to win yet, all the good stuff. And so what I said on the KOC pod, I was like, you know what, my bold prediction, I think through the first 2 months of the year, the Brooklyn Nets are going to have a top 10 defense. I think they're going to establish some stuff early on before they start losing.
Where they at, though?
As of recording, per Clean the Glass, they are 30th in defense. They are 30th in half-court defense. They are 29th in transition defense. They're 28th in transition frequency allowed. They have been awful on defense. The pressure's been blown by I said it after the opening Nets-Hornets game. Like, the weak side stuff from MPJ has given me an absolute headache. It's been very bad.
Now, this is where I remind you, you went and did that take. Salute to the Yahoo teammate. You delivered it. Didn't do it here. And I know why. You did it here. And I just tried to very kindly say, hey, they do employ Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas, who with respect, great basketball players. I don't know if you're going to build top 10 defense around them with this scenario. And this is like, to keep it in the theme, trick-or-treating. We back inside. Hey, don't go back outside. It's about to rain. Tried to go back outside. Now you all wet.
Yeah. It's just, again, I did say it was going to be bold, but like, I didn't think he was going to be 30, Steve. Like, with the MPJ of it all, because again, his defense was a conversation in Denver. On-ball stuff gets wonky. When he does the weak side stuff on time, that's 6'10", he can help you rebounding. He can be a positive part of a defense. When he doesn't do it, this is bad. What you doing out there? We need Bruce Brown in for you. We need Peyton Watson in for you, etc. And so I thought, with the MPJ of it all, like I thought the added size would help. He would help the rebounding for Brooklyn. And at the very least, we would get like the early effort from MPJ since he's in a new spot, all that good stuff. And it's just like, nah. And again, I want to be clear, he is not the only culprit of bad defense for this Nets team. Like, again, I have been disappointed in all three phases of this Brooklyn Nets defense. So I don't want to single out MPJ. But it's just like, darn, bro. I was so excited to watch y'all hoop and to watch y'all full court pressure and last in just about everything. It's just kind of tough. Now, there have been positive moments throughout the year. Like, again, the early start against Wemby we talked about in the last pod. Like, there's stuff there, but it's 30th right now. So I would like for that to turn around for my mental health. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's been
okay.
It's been kind of tough. Anything else spooky?
All right. Hey, so this Alex Sarr year 2 thing.
Yes.
Are we noticing what he's doing out there on the court? Are we seeing Alex Sarr just, hey, I can hit people. Hey, I can shoot fadeaways. I can get buckets. Are we ready for him to just be like good? Just consistently good night in, night out offensively? Because he's got the mindset. We saw that in year 1.
Mm-hmm.
I will shoot. Now, what if these become makes? And you got a little wizard team of Alex Sarr, a little Keyshawn George, and insert young guard here. It's spooking me. It's spooking me. Hey, it's scary if he becomes that kind of versatile talent.
Okay. Spooking You complimentary. I like that. On the Alex Sarr front, very quickly, through the first 4 games of the year, 19.5 points, 60% on 2, Steve. That's going to be the big thing. The finishing, more than the shooting for me, the finishing was an issue. As he's trying to deal with contact, like that part's been tough. But you mentioned the fadeaways, some of the push shots, like he is seeking out contact, which has been fun, but some of those finishes have been nice. But 19.5 points, 8.8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, Steve. A lot of that is just general like handoff and hub stuff, but as he flashed last year, like he sees the floor pretty well, or at least better than you would anticipate. So to your point, if he is able to build out a level of consistency offensively, because defensively, quietly a very fun rim protector last year, pretty mobile at the 5 position. It'd be nice if he establishes himself as just a pure foundational piece for this Wizards group, as they are still very early in the rebuild. So I like that shout. Did you have anyone else?
Nope.
Okay.
We can go to, well, actually, you know what? Actually, let's stay here.
Okay.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm going to give them grace.
Okay.
But you ever walk by the one house and it's got like one spooky thing that's like, ooh, what was that? And you just keep walking. Like, that's the Cavs for me right now. Like, I knew it's a scary thing, but I didn't anticipate this thing to jump out of your front yard. Like, what's happening here? So very quickly, injuries, obviously, they need to get healthy. I think we can all agree on that.
Yes.
So last year, during that incredible Cleveland Cavaliers run, they were 9th in the NBA with 51.3 points in the paint a night.
Mm-hmm.
They are currently 29th in the NBA with 40 points in the paint a night. And what this can't turn into is teams. Now, Boston, they play Boston. Boston is very extreme on, hey, is that a drive? We're all in, and then we're going to play out of it. So some of that is a little skewed, small sample. But what you don't want to have happen early in the season is the league feels like they have a book on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, actually, if we just protect the paint and make you kick, how many guys, A, can get in the paint, B, how many guys are making these shots?
Mm-hmm.
Evan Mobley, it's cool you're more aggressive. How about all these people around you on your drives?
Mm-hmm.
And so what you don't want to have is teams figuring things out, trying similar things. Now you have to figure out a different battle. It's part of the season, but you don't want that early. And then the Boston Celtics continue to confuse me. Shout out to Hugo Gonzalez getting all the defensive matchups.
Yes.
Joe Mazzulla spooks me because I never know what they're going to do.